Better. I haven't actually talked to him since I've been here, but I heard he's obviously feeling a little better. But got to really exercise caution with these things, so you don't want him to feel anything other than good. So.
Did it just clipped him under the chin and hurt the jaw, or do you know the details of what exactly happened?
Yeah, no, only other than it was, more than it seemed from even watching it on the replay and hearing it live. It was a little bit more than it seemed, and you just don't know how that feels on his side. But he was pretty shook up yesterday, and then after the game he was feeling a little better. But again, in that moment, hot day, dehydrated, all that stuff. Couldn't miss it.
A little shuffle at the top of the lineup with Neto back, obviously. Mike was lead off yesterday. Why'd you move him down to the hole?
Yeah, same. Just Mike was leading off yesterday. Him and Yohan Bays have Zach in a spot potentially to have people on in front of him, which he's done a pretty good job of during the year. And, I liked how it laid out yesterday too, even though Z didn't play, but he got in there late.
You kind of settled into that leadoff spot. Was there a conversation about giving him an opportunity to pick up the spot?
Yeah, I mean, more of a me telling him conversation. That was a one-way street. I kind of joked with him, because he gave me the 3-hole, and I said, yeah, you can hit third. Get a couple of people out in front of you, drive in. That's your job.
Do you feel like there's something that could, moving around in the order could change kind of the calculus for him at all? Or?
Sure. Anytime you approach the plate at a different time than kind of your rhythm and your routine, it could work both ways. You could disrupt it a little bit, but I don't think there's anything in this case. Like last night or yesterday when he came in the game, I thought he had a really good at-bat, and the at-bat before that too when he had hard hop second base. So it was just like, let's put him in the 3-hole. I envision him being there sooner rather than later in his career. So yeah.
What were the reports on Sebastian Rivera? And it seemed like there's obviously tried caught Dana a few times down there.
Yeah, for sure. Familiarity biggest, right? He's caught him a few times. His defensive stuff obviously speaks for itself. I'm sure you guys are well versed in that. I just think the comfort for Dana too, having thrown to him their routine, their conversations, and he's a pro. He knows what he's doing back there. So yeah, that's kind of what it was.
Do you feel Trout is now more of a draw on walks and get on base guys than a middle of the order run production guy?
No, not at all. No. We could pick apart any particular season's worth of 20, 30, 50 at-bats, 100, whatever the number is, and point to something that I don't think is really there relative to what it would be for the 12 years prior. Mike Trout's Mike Trout, and anytime he's in the lineup and hitting first, he gets more ABs, which for me is all the better.
Do you guys look at this for Trout as a 20, 30, 50 ABs type thing? Or, I mean, when you look at his whole season, it's nowhere near kind of his peak production.
Yeah, no, and that part, is true. I mean, he's running about an 800 OPS, maybe a little less than that. And we understand in the last 50 to 100 plate appearances, it hasn't been vintage Mike. But I'm sure if you talk to him, he's going to be doing everything he can to get back to where he's comfortable. He's still very productive. It's just not, MVP Mike from 10 years ago. But I mean, if you ask anybody or watch anybody as they progress in their career, if you held them to the standards of their best years, I think you're going to get that drop off. I'm sure he wants to be doing more. Yeah, I mean, he would tell you that.
Any update on Foster?
Nothing beyond what we talked about the other day, like the slightly encouraging news. I want to keep it there, and I did talk to our manager who was up there with him, and he was of the same vein. He was just like, let's just continue to pray and keep his family in our thoughts.
So a continued positive progression is fair to say?
Not any more than what we talked about the other day, but I haven't heard anything to detract from that, so I'd like to keep it right there and hope for the best.
So Shawano, it's the latest for Shawano?
Yeah, not much movement forward there. Still sore. Bone bruises are super tricky. I know he's a little frustrated today. I could sense that talking to him. So he's just kind of grinding through. We'll take it step by step without irritating what's bothering him, and in the same breath testing it.
Is Soler getting any closer to playing?
Not in this current homestand by any stretch, but I do think there's an outside chance he's back before we finish. But I've been hopeful of that for a little bit too.
Anything on Hunter Strickland? Ever hear about that?
No, just some texts. He said he's feeling better. He's still rehabbing and doing his stuff, but other than that, nope. Thanks.